Come on. Hey, stay with us. Stay with us.
The grand jury has reviewed more than an hour of body camera video and other evidence and decided not to charge 3 police officers who restrained Damon Johnson earlier this year. You can see paramedics trying to resuscitate Johnson in this body camera video. He was pronounced dead at the hospital. The Multnomah County District Attorney's Office says the cause of death was prone restraint cardiac arrest with a contributing cause of acute methamphetamine intoxication. The full medical examiner's report is still not public.
KT's Christina Giardinelli is at the live desk for us tonight to break down what we know about the case. So, Christina, the officers could still face disciplinary action.
Yeah, that's right. The Portland Police Bureau is still running its own administrative review about whether its policies were followed by those officers. That could result in disciplinary action, even if the officers are not facing charges. The 3 Portland police officers who took Damon Lamarr Johnson into custody the night of June 27th will not face charges in his death. Multnomah County District Attorney Nathan Vasquez announcing the grand jury's decision along with the results of the medical examiner's report.
My understanding is the medical examiner ruled that Mr. Johnson died from prone restraint cardiac arrest with a contributing cause of acute methamphetamine intoxication.
The prone restraint, so holding an individual on their chest, as seen in this body camera video, has been the topic of increased scrutiny, particularly since the death of George Floyd. PPB's policies allow this restraint, but require officers to move the person on their side as soon as feasible. The video shows officers keeping Johnson handcuffed in the position for 4 minutes before noticing he loses consciousness. PPB Chief Bob Day says their actions are still being reviewed by his agency.
We've been doing that alongside of the criminal portion of it. We have been waiting for the completion of this part, so we will be receiving the transcripts to add that into our administrative review, which we will be doing in conjunction with the Office of Independent Police Review as well.
He says the review should be complete in several weeks and says he will consider making it public. The officers involved could face disciplinary action. Body camera footage shows once medics arrived, officers engaged in a discussion with them about whether to take Johnson's handcuffs off.
I don't think it's a good idea, but if we have to, then yes.
Can you explain what happened there?
I'm not going to speak to the specifics of the cases yet, those types of actions, because I still want this administrative review to go run its course.
Now, Day tells me the officers involved will be brought back to work now that the jury has made a decision, but they will be on desk work until the internal PPB review is complete. We expect to get access to the full list of evidence that the jury reviewed in the next couple of days. Stay tuned here and on KT.com for updates. For now at the live desk, Christina Giardinelli, KT News.
Christina, thank you for that. Tonight, Mayor Keith Wilson is responding, calling Johnson's death a tragedy, while also saying he respects the grand jury's decision and the district attorney's review. Says he's remained, quote, committed to transparency, accountability, and community trust.
All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises due to the Most High. And what more can we expect? Do we expect justice from these people who have continuously throughout the years killed us, not given us justice, maimed us, murdered us, tortured us, and the like? Now, I don't know how I missed this story of Damon Lamarr Johnson of Portland, Oregon, an ex-veteran, might I add, who in the next clip, you're going to get a little bit of information about why the police were even there at his house. He was having a mental health crisis and a substance abuse crisis, right? So these officers, of course, they're cleared by the grand jury. Now, if you don't know what a grand jury is, that's just a group of probably a whole bunch of white people who get cases and they decide if they're going to charge the person or not. So these are just regular people, probably with connections to the police, probably influential in society and in the local society. And of course, they can be on the take as well because nobody knows who they are. Nevertheless, they're talking about the officers still can face disciplinary actions. What discipline? Like what you've already, now mind you, that happened in June. You heard them say they're going to be going back to duty. Now, mind you, they were already on paid administrative leave. So that means they have a vacation. They've been on vacation for 4 months. And when they come back to work, they're going to be on desk duty, which also is also a high job. So basically, officers, I think, are willing to kill people, to get this vacation time, get this paid vacation time. And you saw them holding him in that prone position, which has been the subject of ridicule ever since the George Floyd and other deaths have been caused by that, laying a person with their handcuffs, with their hands behind their back, with your foot on their knee and pressure on them, which constricts the heart, constricts the ability to breathe. And so they said he died through prone restraint, cardiac arrest. And then they also had to throw the methamphetamine in there, just like they did George Floyd. Oh, no, he had fentanyl. But he would have never died if that officer didn't pin him down like that. And so they always try to give themselves an out. And if you see those officers in the video, and he didn't want to answer this question, like he's already unresponsive. And the medical people are trying to render him aid, and they're talking about, should we take the handcuffs off? One officer said, well, I don't think that's a good idea. Are you retarded? You know what I'm saying? That's how they see us. Okay, no matter if he's about to die, we still have him in custody. He's going to die in custody and detained. Rather get his hands out of the position that has caused this incident in the first place. So this is the savagery, the pure evil of this nation of people. And this happened in Portland, Oregon. But just let me play this video to give you a little bit of backstory on why they were even there. These videos are fair use for literary and commentary purposes only. Just watch.
Portland police officers will not be charged for the death of a man in Northeast Portland who died while handcuffed and face down during a welfare check.
Fox 12's Julia Lopez joins us live from the Kenton neighborhood. And Julia, I know you spoke with city officials and mental health advocates. What led to the decision to not press charges?
A grand jury declined pressing charges. They heard testimony and saw body camera footage that we'll show you in a moment that showed Damon Johnson lying on his stomach, handcuffed and screaming. An advocate I spoke with says his biggest question is why police were there in the first place.
Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Stop.
No Portland police officers will face charges after 52-year-old Damon Johnson died in custody at his home on June 27th.
We need help down here.
Police say management at the Argyle Gardens Apartments in Northeast Portland called 911, reporting strange behavior by Johnson, like flooding his apartment with water and hanging knives from windows. What started as a welfare check ended with Johnson handcuffed in the prone position.
Stop resisting. Hey. Stop. Hey, you need to stop. Stop.
Why Johnson was cuffed and why he was placed in a controversial police hold is still under internal investigation by PPB. Johnson's cause of death, determined by the medical examiner, was prone restraint cardiac arrest, with a contributing factor of methamphetamine.
Mr. Johnson was experiencing significant mental health and substance use challenges at the time of his death, and the circumstances are just quite frankly heartbreaking.
District Attorney Nathan Vasquez says the medical examiner testified to a grand jury along with the officers involved and witnesses at the apartments. That jury decided criminal charges will not be filed.
Progress has not been made, and this is the continued result.
This determination is drawing criticism from the Mental Health Alliance of Portland.
There's a conflict of interest where district attorneys or police try to police themselves. They never do.
Which has asked the city to conduct an independent investigation into Johnson's death, specifically why police responded to a mental health call.
Damon. Hey, Damon. Hey, where the paramedics at?
Chief Day says that question will be answered in their own investigation as they review their prone position policies.
But we have been very much aware of those controversies and of those articles and are looking regularly and have been looking at our training and teaching our members about those risks associated with it.
DA Vasquez says his office plans to release the grand jury transcript as well as the medical examiner's report on Monday. Reporting live from Northeast Portland, Julia Lopez, Fox 12 Oregon.
All right. So there you see they came to his help for a wellness check. And once again, while we're in the CIT, the critical intervention team sent, instead of these officers who don't even know why, they said that they put him in that type of restraint. And you see him yelling on the floor, screaming. And to hear, that mayor or police chief say, well, this is just heartbreaking, a heartbreaking tragedy. We've been looking into, our practices and, our protocols and, informing our team about doing those. No, if you've been doing that, then this wouldn't have happened. And the mental health guy made a very pertinent point, which I always say that, you can't expect these police to police themselves. It's a conflict of interest when the DA, the police, and the grand jury and the judges are able to see if we're going to prosecute these people who are associated with us hand in hand, that are in bed with us, so to speak. And so they said, well, we're going to do our own investigation and, we're going to give some information. It's just sad that this continues to happen. And, you wonder why, some people just rise up. Some people shoot police on sight. Some people, take police out because they continuously see this. And, as the scripture says, oppression makes a wise man mad. These are oppressors, colonizers. They come into the Black community, and, that manager deserves also some rebuke because he was the one who called them as well. So no justice. We cannot get any justice in this system as we see, no matter how clear and evident of wrongdoing. They even had the officer's face blocked out. So they're protecting them at all costs. Police are above reproach in this militarized police state that we live in. And so, it's only, once again, a matter of time before people start, taking justice and the law into their own hands. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this video in the comments. Y'all see the number 919-587-7782. I thank you guys for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And as always, I pray you have peace and blessings. The scripture says all things that are hidden shall be revealed, and those things done in secret shall be exposed on the mountaintop.
Let's go, Rich. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Who keep the people informed? Stories abroad from literary work where the narrative's wrong. The research is always on point, the commentary is hard. It's Rich Teller raising the bar. Follow along, shout out to FBA, still FTP, big up in FAC. And all my Black families, there's three sides to all stories. Which one you gon' believe? We run down on the false prophets when they come to deceive. 100% urban world news, current events. We don't like them lies. Media is biased, cause we got God beside us. Ladies and gents is power. If you don't know by now, look around, we the darkest hours. Cops squeezing hammers cause they don't understand us. We stop and freeze with our hands and kill us off like cancer. Don't speculate before the facts on the case. Telehouse set them straight by the rich investigators. You watching Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. Give you the truth before fake news throw mud in it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing. Telehouse Publishing, breaking news coverage. The propaganda grammar, don't believe none of it. Before the jury decide and the judge discover it, you should tune in to Telehouse Publishing.
Negroes have listened to the trickery and the lies and the false promises of the white man now for too long.